Good afternoon, students. Today we are going to study the next topic of acid and base chapter, that is reactivity of acids and bases, which include various chemical reactions of acids and bases with other chemicals. First chemical reaction is the neutralization reaction. Now student, experimentally we are going to study the neutralization reaction. Here I am going to take hydrochloric acid in a beaker and we are going to test with the pH paper. I am going to take few drops and drop it on a pH paper. We can see the change in color. The color is dark red, so it is acidic. Now I am going to add NaOH in it. Now let's see the change in color. As you can see, the change in color is light red. So I am going to add little bit more NaOH. After adding NaOH, now let's see the change in color on pH paper. So here you can see initially it was red, now the color is very close to the dark green, which is the pH number is 7. So this indicates that the solution becomes neutral. Now let's see what happened during this experiment. From HCl, H ion and chlorine ion we get, and from NaOH, as we know, sodium ion and OH, Na plus and OH minus ions are going to form. Now what happened? These two, this hydrogen ion and OH ion, combine to form water, and these two combine to form NaCl, salt. So during this process what happened? This H ion constantly combine with OH minus and form water. So the concentration of H ion is gradually decreasing, and hence the acidity of the solution goes on decreasing, and that's why the change in color is from dark red to the green or dark green, indicating the decrease in the concentration of H ion. So finally what happened? A reaction with HCl plus NaOH, acid and base, combine to form NaCl and water. So just now you have seen the experiment of neutralization reaction. So from here we can say that when acid and base react to form salt and water, for example HCl plus NaOH form NaCl plus H2O. So this is the chemical reaction or chemical equation. The H ions of an acid and OH ions of a base react with each other to form unionized water. Always, whatever the acid, because H ion and OH ion are the part of acid and base. This process is termed as neutralization. Now let's see the next reaction of acid. The reaction of acids with metal. When a metal reacts with an acid, it forms corresponding salt and hydrogen gas. So general reaction will be metal plus acid, salt and hydrogen gas. So always by heart this general reaction. Take one example. Let us take one example. Magnesium plus HCl in aqueous state, it is going to form magnesium chloride MgCl2 and hydrogen gas is going to release. As you can see in this diagram, magnesium strip is taken in a big test tube with a rubber stopper in which a gas tube can be fitted. Then after adding dilute HCl, bubbles of hydrogen gas are going to release. If we take a lighted candle near the end of the glass tube, then the brightness of the flame increases with explosion due to the burning of hydrogen gas. Now the next reaction of acid is the reaction of acid with oxides of metal. Oxides of metal are, recall your lower class, the oxides of metal are basic in nature. Okay, so here also it is somewhat type of a neutralization reaction. Copper oxide, we are going to take copper oxide. So let's see, metal oxide plus acid going to form salt and water. For example, copper oxide CuO plus twice HCl hydrochloric acid combine to form copper chloride CuCl2 plus H2O. Now let's see the reaction of base with oxides of non-metal. Non-metallic oxide plus base form salt and water. Recall, non-metallic oxide are also acidic in nature. For example, CaOH twice calcium hydroxide react with base CO2, it is going to form CaCO3 calcium carbonate and water